This is going to be one of those multi-layered conversations. On the surface, it's about following the tutorials that I post, but you can take this advice and you can apply it to other areas of your life if you so desire. Hi, I'm Hana. This is Hanabi Craft, where I try to craft a life worth living, and I have promised a tutorial about these stays, and I promise that it's coming. But before I give you the tutorial, we have to have a talk. I'm gonna need you to buy in. I need you to invest yourself in the process, okay? You're gonna have to listen to the instructions and believe me that when I say something, it is in the interest of you learning. There will be times that I tell you to use a specific thing, a specific tool, or a specific material. And there are reasons for that I may not explain every time. So consider this my blanket explanation. I know these things because I've done these things. I have the weight of experience behind me. I will brook no argument about your broccoli cheese recipe didn't taste good because I used eggplant. You will use the materials and tools that are said that you need to use, or you can go find another tutorial, that's fine. But if I say that you need to use coutil for your stays, I know it's $20 a yard. I know that things are tight. But if you are having the same physiology problems that I'm having, using canvas is not going to cut it. I have learned the hard way. I am taking my knowledge that I have hard won and handing it to you on a silver platter. I will not be answering comments about why this, or, if you want to do it a different way, good on you. But if it does not turn out the way that I have said that it should turn out, I cannot help you if you do not follow the instructions, okay? There are reasons behind it that I may not say every single time. That doesn't mean that the reasons don't exist. I just forget what I've said sometimes, and I don't want to be a broken record and always say pre-wash your fabrics because the stuff that is on it for the sizing is carcinogenous and will give you cancer over the long run, etc., etc. We're team pre-wash here. Okay, let's just blanket statement that. If I say to use coutil for your corsets or your stays, and you decide that the $20 a yard fabric, of which you need less than a yard to do a pair of stays for someone my size, is too expensive, and you decide that you're going to use something else, you're going to learn a lesson. And if that's the lesson that you want to learn, that's okay. Sometimes we have to pay more to pay less in the long run, is all I'm gonna say. I'm asking for you to trust me. And if there's something that I'm not explaining well enough for you to understand it, please, by all means, comment on whatever the tutorial video is. But please don't come to me and say, I did this, but I used X material instead of Y, and mine doesn't look like yours. It might well be because you decided to use eggplant in the recipe instead of broccoli. They're completely different animals and they cook in a different way. If you decide that you're going to use poly instead of wool, when I'm saying specifically use wool, your sweater might not block if you're not using the same fiber in your yarn. If you're knitting, do you know what the front and back of the stitch is? I knitted into the back of the stitch for the first 5 years of my knitting journey because I did not know what the front and back of the stitches was, and that was all well and good until I decided I wanted to do things in the round and my stitches didn't look right, so I had to relearn how to knit. I am here to take all of this hard-won experience and package it up into a nice, neat little bow, gift it to you like a present. It is up to you whether you are going to take that advice or you're going to do things the hard way. I am not going to make things hard for the sake of being hard. But please trust me that when I say to use a specific thing or do a thing in a specific way, it is not because this is the one true way. It is because I have found out the hard way what works and what causes problems, and I am going to present to you the things that will cause the least amount of problems in the long run. When I know something that makes the whole process easier, I'm going to teach you how to do that, even if it's more effort up front. Even if I say you have to pre-wash your fabric, and then after it comes out of the dryer, you need to spray it with another sizer and press it. And yes, that might be hours more work. You don't know what's supposed to be hard and what's supposed to be easy when you're first starting. I don't want to hear, this is supposed to be easy. Everything's hard when you're starting. So sometimes, in some cases, it's better to learn the hard way so that the thing that you do later is much easier. There are things that you don't know that you don't know. And that's okay. It is okay to not know something. It is not okay, and I speak about this from experience because I have taught people to do things before, and they have decided that they know better when they don't know anything about the craft, and then have later come to me and said, you know, if I had just listened to you when you started to teach me, I would not have had to unlearn the way that I did it first. Which, you know, some people just gotta be stubborn. I'm one of them. Trust me, I've done it. I've been there, which is why I'm making this video, to sit down and have this conversation with you. Please trust that the reason that I'm telling you to do something is for a reason, even if I don't specifically tell you that reason. I know that all of us neurodivergent people have this thing with rules that why should we follow them if we don't understand why they're there to begin with. This is my explanation for you, that all of this has been thought out, and there are things that I tell you which have many years of experience and weight behind them. Don't waste your time watching my tutorials if you're not going to buy in. I mean, you can watch them, go ahead, I love the watch time. But if you're going to follow the instructions, try to follow the instructions. And like, buy into the process too, not just the product. The whole reason for doing this is to make life better, to make life worth living, crafting a life worth living. And if we're focused on the end product of like the stays that are really comfortable and don't give me the intense rib pain because of my connective tissue disorder, you know, that's not going to be as happy as enjoying the process of making them when I need to make them for the rest of my life because they're the thing that I can wear that doesn't cause me pain, right? Romanticizing the process is going to end up with much more time spent enjoying the crafting of the thing as well as the utilizing of the thing. If we want to knit a sweater, but the whole time we hate knitting, it's not going to be super enjoyable. The like 60 hours of work that you have to put into it. Buy into loving the process. If you're not ready to learn to love your iron and to learn to love meditating while you're doing your pressing, don't start sewing. Don't do it, because it's not going to be fun. You have to buy in to the process. You have to buy in to the instruction. You have to buy in to the materials. To buy in, please. Please. Please, please, please. I'm begging you to buy in. Trust that even if it's hard now, it's going to get easier the more that you do it. You're going to end up with things that you love after a process of doing something that you love, if and only if you buy in. Please go down to the comments. Type out, Hannah, I promise I'll buy in. And then go drink some water, okay? We're all dehydrated. Drink some water, take your meds, eat something delicious, have a relaxing moment, do something fun for yourself. Pick up a hobby that you can buy into so that you can craft a life worth living. Please, please, please take care of my friend. I promise I'm doing my very level best to take care of yours. I'll see you next week, hopefully with a tutorial.